Now batting number 7, Chase McQuaid.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Veterans Park, Hastings, Minnesota. We are joining you already in progress for tonight's game between the Hastings Hawks and the River Falls Fighting Fish. We're getting started already in progress here. Top of the fourth inning, the Fish up to bat. Chase McQuaid, the catcher, up with one out. Hawks out to a 2-0 lead early in this game as that pitch is fisted out to shortstop. A little broken bat, it sounded like. Popped out to the new shortstop, Dylan Larson, playing in his first game as a Hawk, as far as I can tell. Number 47 out there. A little Corey Koski action at shortstop. Catches that little broken bat fister, and 2 away. Gavin Oddman on the mound has pitched 3 2/3 scoreless innings. Looked really good so far, and starts with strike 1 to Caden Mueller. Mueller, the third baseman, number 11. And that is inside 1-1. Thanks to all of you joining us. We are working on some transitional things for Hastings Hawks baseball broadcasts. The Podbean app, our home for the last several years, has shut down, and we're working on some alternatives with special help from the kingpin of Hastings television, Mr. Hunter Pinky, has been out here doing all kinds of work today, getting this going for us. We've got a camera, courtesy of our friends at HCTV, as there's a little shot over to second base. Jason Greeter throws it up. Nice scoop by Johnny Tegland over at first base, and that will end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Oddman. Looked really good out there so far through 4, only giving up 1 hit. So kind of reset our situation once again. We've got a camera out here courtesy of the guys over at HCTV. They are going to, and we are going to try to get a YouTube one-camera broadcast going for these games with some commentary over it. Like I say, we're still ironing out the kinks today. This is our first go at it, so we're joining you mid-game. First inning recap, the Hawks have their 2 runs. A ringing double by Kellen Rasmussen, followed by a crushed home run by Johnny Tegland out to left field. A well-struck ball. Those are the 2 runs we have so far in this game, and those are the only 2 hits for the Hawks as well. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Hawks, 0 runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Fighting Fish through 3.5. Of course, Fighting Fish, good ball club out here. Wisconsin state champions in town ball 4 out of the last 5 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. We take the annual trip over to River Falls. The Hawks have never beaten the Fish as long as I've been a member of this organization or around this organization. But this is the first time we've ever seen them at Vets Park, wearing, normally in River Falls we'll see them with their blue with orange lettering. Today they're wearing some black. Pretty sharp-looking black with orange letters and numbers. So pretty sleek unis, and again, like a good team always for them. Okay. Back for the bottom of the 4th, Joel Stoffel starting his 4th inning of work. The big damage done by first baseman Johnny Tegland, who smoked a 2-run blast to left field right over the Mid-State Plumbing sign back in the first inning. First pitch to him is down and away, ball 1. One-0 pitch to Johnny T. A breaking ball catches the inside corner, 1-1. One delivery is tapped out to shortstop, picked up over there, fired across, 1 away. Chad Patko with the play over to Andy Metcalf at first. 6-3 put out to Johnny Tegland. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Hey, welcome back, everybody. That's after a long, cold winter. We got some Hawks baseball out here. A nice, cool May evening out at Vets Park. course, more games to come for the Hawks this week, as the first pitch to Nick Brandt is up high for a ball. One 0 pitches down and away, ball two. Got another game coming up Friday evening, 7:30 p.m. I do not remember the opponent for that one off the top of my head. I believe it is a non-conference opponent. But then, of course, Memorial Day, 2 p.m., the Cannon Falls Bears come up, and that should be a great crowd, and that should be a fun one for Memorial Day. So if you don't have Memorial Day plans at the lake, make your plans to get out here for that one. Absolutely. We'll be having a great time out here at Veterans Park, as always, as a 3-0 count now to Nick Brandt as that third pitch sailed back to the backstop. 3-0. One down here, bottom of the inning, Hawks with a 2-0 lead over the Fish. 3-0 Brandt is fouled straight back to the screen, 3-1. This will be pitch number 58, or 59, this one will be for Joe Stoffel here. And that one is ball 4 outside, and Brandt will take his second walk of the ball game after drawing one back in the first inning as well. So Nick Brandt has reached twice. That's 59 pitches for Joe Stoffel. Gavin Oddman with an extremely efficient 46 through 4 innings pitched for the Hawks. Only one hit allowed, so looking very sharp is number 8 for Hastings, wearing their golds today. And here is newcomer Dylan Larson playing shortstop for the Hawks this evening, number 47. Looked pretty slick over there at short so far. Fielded everything cleanly, showing a good, strong arm. He bounced out shortstop to first to end the bottom of the first inning. He takes a pitch on the outside corner here, 0-2 to Larson. That one is shot through the right side for a base hit. Runner being held by the first baseman made a nice little hole there, and Larson went right through it. Hawks have something going here. First and second, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 lead already, looking for more.
Your next batter, number 7, the DH, Bennett Raffle.
Here comes Bennett Brathel, who flew out to right field his first time up. Takes a ball high. 1-0. One 0 is outside. 2-0. And that's tight, 3-0. Brathel's played a couple games for the Hawks this year. This past weekend, after the Hawks started out their season on May 10th with a loss to the Northfield Knights in 8 innings, their first conference game, a shorthanded Hawks team. They got some more guys back last weekend and obliterated the Rochester Roadrunners. I believe it was 16-0 in 7 innings on Friday, and then Saturday afternoon, the Cokato Colonels jumped out to a 5-2 lead, but the Hawks offense just stayed on them, and Ben Teglin calmed down. Bullpen got 4 good innings, and they got an 11-5 win, I believe it was, over the Cokato Colonels, and that is going to be a 4-pitch walk, I believe, to Bennett Brathel, and they're going to be loaded up for Jason Greeter. Got to visit out to the mound to come see Stoffel. 66 pitches on him now here in a bit of a jam. Greeter struck out his first time up, but has been swinging a pretty hot bat early in the season. He reached base, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe he reached base 2 or 3 times DHing on Saturday against the Colonels. Greeter chatting it up with the umpire. The umpire was injured earlier in the game. It didn't look like he got hit by a pitch, but was spinning to get away from it and was down for at least a couple of minutes trying to work off what looked like a pulled muscle, strained knee or something. It looks like he managed to walk it off and stay in the game, and he has remained behind plates, single ump, so nowhere for him to go. We thought maybe he'd have to work it from behind the pitcher if he couldn't get into a crouch, but he has managed to tough it out and get back out there, or stay back out there, rather. It's about 2 innings ago. First pitch greeter is spiked in the dirt, ball one. Good stop behind the plate there by McQuaid, keeping everybody at place. And there's a strike. Ball gets away, but not far enough to advance anybody. 1-1. It's kind of rolled past greeter in the right-handed batter's box up the walk-up path a little bit, but nowhere near far enough for anybody to make a move for home. And there's a strike called to the knees. 1-2. Infield pulled in at first and third, playing about double play depth, I would say, in the middle, kind of pulled away from the bags. And a little flare over the second baseman's glove and into right center field. 1 run's going to score, and 2 runs coming around to score. Jason Greeter pops one through a partially pulled in infield, and the Hawks lead it 4-0. Brandt and Larson coming around. Love seeing Greeds get a couple ribs on the board, and it's 4-0 Hawks. So interesting side note to the play where the umpire got hurt. It was a 3-1 pitch that the batter had swung at on a pitch from Gavin Oddman and got past everybody. But like I say, the umpire kind of strained something getting out of the way as Cade Kimmis, the 9-hitter, is up now. Runners on first and second now with 1 out. Still a chance for the Hawks to really add to this lead here, only 1 away. And big cut and miss, 1-1. Anyway, batter clearly swung, but the umpire went down, really wasn't seeing anything. Took about a couple minutes to get ready. Both benches came over to check on the ump. We came back, and that one is popped, a bunt attempt popped over the press box, straight up and back, 1-2. And the next pitch delivered was a strike, which we were all up here in the press box. Apparently, we're the only ones paying attention. Should have been strike 3. So we're saying, what? The guys keeping score up here all saying strike 3. Next pitch, luckily, the batter grounded out to shortstop, so no harm was done as Kimmis swings and misses strike 3. 1 umpire game. He got hurt there. You got to let it go a little bit, but 2 away. It's kind of a funny story of the things that happen at town ball games. Nolan Drossel, his will come up his 3rd time up and only the 4th out, and popped out his 2 appearances. Drossel playing out in center field tonight. University of Sioux Falls player. Glad to see him back here. Very exciting to watch running the base paths, and a great outfielder out there in center. And that one is skied into center field. Settling it under it is going to be the Fish center fielder, Brian Giebel, their longtime center fielder. He will put it away for out number 3. So the Hawks are done in the 4th, but Jason Greeter, 2 RBI single, drives in Brandt and Larson. After 4 complete, 4-0 Hawks.
2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base.
For Oddman.
my YouTube channel that I never stream on. Just for tonight. We'll have the Hawks one set up by Friday.
Oddman lined up to face 5, 6, and 7 in the fish order to start the top of the fifth inning. Austin Curdy, Andy Metcalf, and Eli Baker due up.
Number 5, Austin Curdy.
Here's Curdy, the left fielder, bounces the first one foul past first base. Back in the second inning, he walked, got to second on a pass ball and third in a wild pitch, and that is really the biggest danger that that Oddman has been in through 4 innings. But managed to get the next batter, Metcalf, to ground out to end the threat. And there's a ball, 1-1. One pitch on the outside corner. Good location, 1-2. Just misses outside, 2-2. Good breaking ball, freezes up Curdy, and that is the second strikeout for Gavin Oddman. Second, Bruce? Is that a second strikeout? Second strikeout? Should have been third. We talked about that oddball play at the end of the second. And that one is tapped foul by Andy Metcalf, who was the one that grounded out to shortstop during that unusual play that we talked about where the umpire got hurt back in the second. Takes a strike and a ball, 1-1. That is rolled foul up the third baseline, 1-2. One-two delivery is down and away, 2-2. 4-0 Hawks here in the top of the fifth inning, 1 away. Another good breaking ball, freezes up his second man in a row with that Uncle Charlie. Strikeout number 4 for Oddman.
Now back number 25, Eli Baker.
Here's Eli Baker, left fielder. Breaking ball skied out to center field. Drossel finds it and puts it away, and another good quick inning for Gavin Oddman. Only 57 pitches through 5 innings. We are through 4.5, 4-0 Hawks. Okay, new pitcher Matt Bacon for the Fish to face the middle of the Hawks lineup, 2, 3, and 4 rather, starting with Jack Selesky. 0 for 2 tonight, popped out a couple times to first base and second base in 2 trips. And Selesky pops that first pitch out of play for strike 1. Breaking ball, hit out towards right field, hooking, and in play, fair ball. Around first, digging for second, and sliding in with a leadoff double. Jack Selesky. I didn't know if that one was going to hook foul, but lands in fair territory, and Jack was thinking 2 all the way. Off those wheels there. Selesky had an inside the park home run on Friday against the Rochester Roadrunners.
Your next batter, third baseman, number 14, Kellen Rasmussen.
So here's Kellen Rasmussen. He had a ringing double himself back in the first inning. Scored on Johnny Teglin's dinger and then struck out in the third. First pitch to him is inside for a ball.
I do have a power thing, but not with, like, one that checks the power. I'm just trying to think of plans to try. You gotta remember that laptop has been through hell. Oh, no, wait. The screen's working really. It's full.
1-0 delivery is breaking ball, doesn't really break again. 2-0. Rass, of course, very good hitter. Future pilot, Kellen Rasmussen. Last I heard, anyway, still matriculating at the University of Mankato, or Minnesota State Mankato, I guess now, as it's called. Former state player at Farmington High School. Now with a 3-0 pitch, taken all the way, and takes the strike across. And that pitch is hit well out to left field, but it is being tracked out there. Just short of the track, it's going to be put away in left field for out number 1. So Rasmussen put a pretty good charge into it, but in these cavernous power alleys of Veterans Park, it settles down out there for Eli Baker to put away, 1 down. And here is Johnny Teglin, who, like we say, cracked that homer back in the first inning. Jumped the Hawks out to a 2-0 lead. And Johnny also bounced out to shortstop in the fourth. Takes the ball outside here. That's inside. Tegland was spinning away from it, adjusting his arm there like he was trying to convince the ump that it hit him, but ump says no, 2-0. That one's high and tight again, 3-0. And ball 4.
I'm so used to blocking Johnny out through my left ear because the sound of Johnny has to come through you. It's messing me up with him being over here. I know.
So first and second, Nick Brandt walked last inning and scored on that Jason Greeter single. Takes ball 1 to start the game. One-0 is in tight, 2-0, and Bacon having a little bit of trouble finding the plate now as he went 3 balls to, I believe he went 3 balls to Rasmussen before getting to fly out. Walked Teglin on 4 pitches and is now down 2-0 to Nick Brandt. Brandt has actually walked twice tonight already. Catcher Chase McQuaid coming out to talk to his pitcher and calm him down a little bit. Cool, beautiful evening in beautiful May evening here at Vets Park. It's getting a little chilly as the sun sets a little bit. Probably low 60s. Probably settling into the 50s overnight, I would think. Conference is over. 2-0 delivery to Brandt coming way outside, ball 3. Well, sometimes those conferences help, and sometimes you're just... Ball 7. And that is high and tight, and ball 8.
Ball 8. Ball 8. Ball 8. Now batting. Number 47, Dylan Larson.
So that's going to load him up for Dylan Larson. Larson singled his last time up and scored. The Hawks' 4th run. Got a good chance to make an impression in his first Hawks game. Takes one up high. Ball 9. 9 in a row outside the zone as Nick Odman's gotten that going. He's up here working the scoreboard, watching Gavin pitch tonight and lamenting the loss of his. Oh, there's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Breaks the string at 9. Bruce jinxed. Bruce, of course, had to jinx it like he jinxes everything by starting to talk about ball 9 over here. So we've got a 1-1 coming now to Dylan Larson. But not till you started that it jinxed it, Bruce. There is a roller to short, over to second for 1, and double play. So the Fighting Fish get out of that big jam there. Just a roller to shortstop, almost bringing the shortstop right to the bag. He's able to step on it and throw in the same motion, and a 6-3 DP snuffs the Hawks rally. We're through 5, 4-0. Not cash in on it.
And concessions is open. Burgers, brats, hot dogs are over there to warm you up. Of course, if you're brave, we have Dairy Queen Billy bars. We also have giant pickles over there. $2 for a pickle. Popcorn, $2. Seeds. We have smacking seeds with like 9 or 7, 7 flavors, I think.
Big day, so I don't know if by Friday, but maybe if you come out here for a June night game, be able to see some nice new LED lights out here. Beautiful, lighting up Vets Park.
Leading off, second baseman number 1, Ben Johnson.
Okay, here is Ben Johnson, bounced out in the 3rd inning. Takes ball 1. Only his second AB as we start the 6th inning. Is Gavin Oddman really controlled this lineup so far. 1-0 just low, 2-0. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Must have been just a shade below the knees because it certainly caught some plate. That is fisted out to shortstop. Throw is offline, and as the sweep tag is attempted by Johnny Tegland, the ball popped out of his glove, and the runner is going to be safe. I think you have to call it an error on the shortstop for pulling Johnny off the bag. That's going to be an E6 for Larson.
Back to the top of the order, center fielder, number 24, Brian Giebel.
And first pitch is a ball, gets away from the catcher, and Johnson will head up to second base. One pitch Stoffel is a bit high, 2-0. That one is fouled off to the left, not a play, as we start to get some activity. It looks like going down in the left field line towards the Hawks dugout. I don't know if that's guys just playing a little pitch and catch or if somebody's starting to get an arm loose out there. 2-1 breaking ball. Oof, missed high, I guess. I'm not sure exactly where that one missed either. Pretty good looking pitch. 3-1. And there's a breaking ball right across the knees. Full count. Payoff pitch. And that is high, ball 4.
37, Chad Petco.
Okay, ball is low. Good block, though, by Brandt. Manages to recover it. Sorry, I was a batter off. That was Brian Giebel. Now we have Chad Patko up to bat. I was kind of in and out of the press box, so I lost a batter at some point. But this is Giebel. So top of the fish order now with 2 on and nobody out. This is a bunt laid up the third baseline. A pretty good one. Rasmussen grabs it, throws over to first base. And not in time. They're saying he was either pulled off the base or not in time. That was a pretty phenomenal bunt by Patko there, to be perfectly honest with you. Almost perfectly up the third baseline. Rasmussen made a great play charging it, but just could not make it in time. He did about as much as he could with that. It's just almost a perfect bunt. So they are now loaded with nobody out. Really the first time, almost the first time that Oddman has been in trouble all night. And it's just kind of been little things. That error over at first base, kind of a offline throw from shortstop, knocked the ball out of the glove. And then we had walk to Giebel, and then that infield bunt single from Patko. So nothing has really been hit hard, but the fish are all of a sudden in a position to make some middle of their lineup coming up. Lucas Ludke.
Now batting the DH number 3, Lucas Ludke.
The next batter with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Hawks pulled in at the corners, playing double play depth in the middle. And that first pitch is low for ball 1. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Ludke has grounded to second and flown out to left in 2 trips, 0 for 2. Down low, good block back there. Two and one. That is grounded up the middle and safe at second base. So Dylan Larson made a diving play, tried to flip it out of his glove to Greeter, bounced on the ground, and Greeter picked it up, but could not secure the ball in time. Umpire called the runner safe. It was a diving play at shortstop. I think that's just going to be another infield hit and an RBI, and the Fish are on the board 4-1 now, but still bases loaded, still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. There is a chopper towards shortstop, and that one is trouble handled, a little bit of trouble for Larson at shortstop again, but kind of bobbled it right to Greeter, who is able to at least collect it for the first out of the inning. Another run will come home to score. It is 4-2, but the Hawks do have their first out of the inning on a fielder's choice. There's going to be 6-4 on the fielder's choice. That was a ball, I believe, inside, 1-0. High ball, 2-0. That one is hit out towards left field, and that is going to land for a base hit. It looked like, no, I don't think so, because Kim is just, I don't know if he lost track of it or exactly what happened there, but the ball lands, another run comes around to score, and Muller is going to be on second base. And all of a sudden, 3 runs are in for River Falls here in the top of the 6th inning. Next batter, Austin Curdy takes strike 1. And ball 1 outside. That is fouled off, strike 2.
Probably because I mute everything that doesn't need to be muted because of when I'm muting, I just don't want any chance of any extra crap. Or no, I think I'm having problems with
Breaking ball fouled back. Count remains 1-2.
Foul ball, courtesy of the Michael Thorson Agency.
Very weird inning here for the Hawks. Not a lot hit particularly hard against Oddman. Just an error and some kind of missed plays in the infield. There's a diving play at first base. Nice play by Johnny Tagle. He smothers that to get the second out, but the tying run will come home to score. But nice diving play over there by Johnny Tagland.
How about first baseman number 17, Andy Metcalf?
Getting the second out, preventing another run. But River Falls has evened it at 4. But 2 outs now. That one is nice play. Hard sinking liner. Rasmussen kind of picks it off at shoe tops for out number 3. But the Fish do put together 4 runs on a couple of errors and kind of just a mess of an inning, a weird inning for the Hawks in the field. And kind of let the Fish right back into this game. Good ball club. Oddman had just been kind of cruising along there. It just kind of started off right away. It's error over at shortstop and then walk to the leadoff hitter. Just that perfect bunt single by Patco loaded him up. Another single, just kind of single up the middle. Fielder's choice drives in a run. That kind of like little double out to left field that it looked like Kimmis had kind of lost out there, and then ground out and line out. So 7 batters bat. Nobody really smoking the ball, but like just kind of putting the Hawks in danger, and a couple of borderline plays they just could not make. Oh yes, the start of the inning was that kind of offline throw that Johnny Teglin tried to make the sweep tag, caught the runner, but it knocked the ball out of his glove, so runner was safe. So we've got a new ball game here heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-4. It's going to be 7, 8, 9 due up for the Hawks. Brathel, Greeter, and Kimmett. All right, coming back at you for the bottom of the 6th inning. We're just moving around here, experimenting tonight. Thanks to all you that are hanging with us and checking out our new YouTube screen that we're experimenting with in real time with help from the legend or Pinky. Uh, and as Brathel takes ball 1 and ball 2. And there's a ball inside 3, and the Hawks trying to answer after the big 4-run inning from the Fish. Three-0 delivery, big cutness, strike 1. So get the green light on 3-0, taking a big cut there. And another opportunity at 3-1 is fouled off play. Strike 2, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming, breaking ball hangs up high, and a leadoff walk for the Hawks to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
Number 4, Jason Greeter.
So here comes Greeter, 2-run single earlier in the game, driving the Hawks' second 2-run. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. In the stretch, inside delivery, 1-1. Two and one. There's a little chopper on the third, scooped over to second for 1. Turn will not be in time. Nice play to go get the runner there. That's a slow chopper. Gutsy play to go to second base. They do go there, get the lead runner. Nicely done. Away.
Now batting number 26, Kate Kimmis. Left fielder Kate Kimmis.
And that's going to bring up Kimmis 0-2 with a couple of strikeouts. Take ball one. And it's one back to the backstop. 1-1.
Oh, it's just like cutting clipping.
1-1 is fouled off left. Strike two. Oh, that is in play. I'm sorry. I do not have a good. That landed in play. That's actually a double. I'm sorry. I apologize, Cade Kimmis. I shortchanged you there. I thought that was good foul. That landed in play. Kimmis is on second, and Reeder is on third base. One out double. So Hawks have something going here, turning over the top of the lineup for Drossel. World to me, it looked like that ball was foul.
Jumping all over.
Pitch to Drossel is hit well out to right field, chasing it back and reaching up and making the play out there. It will score a run and advance a runner to third base. So that's going to sack fly for Nolan Drossel. Reeder will score it over to third base on the play. Hawks do reclaim the lead, 5-4. So it's going to bring up Jack Zaleski with a run on third base, 2 away. It's a pitch down low, ball one. That's fouled back. Catcher giving it a chase, but I think that's going to get out of play, and it does. Of
There's a $1 foul ball courtesy.
course, don't listen to me. I thought Kim's ball was hooking foul on the left field line, so I can only see up here. I blame these lights. We're supposed to have LED lights, from what I was told, but Bruce Karnick has to rattle some cages, I believe. Breaking ball outside corner. Good looking pitch. Breaking ball taken down low, 2-2. That one is fisted out towards center field, and ranging back is a second base. A nice running play backwards to put that away. That is Johnson for number 3. The Hawks do get one run and get that lead back. We are through 6 complete, 5-4 Hawks. We'll be right back.
You're right.
Okay, coming at you for the seventh inning. Dennis Reinhardt is going to come in relief of Gavin Hodman, who pitched really well. Just that last inning kind of went screwballing, but pitched like 5 really good shutout innings before that. But the Hawks did get a lead for him and a chance to get him that W if they can get these last 9 outs for him. And Dennis starts out with a strike in the outside corner, strike one, and then one inside, 1-1 to Eli Baker in the lineup. Taken. And there's a strike in there, 1-2. Big breaking ball, big swing and a miss. Strike 3. So good first out for Dennis. Pretty good in that to that batter. Fastball had some movement, sweep and breaking ball when he's going well. That's what he's doing. And first pitch to Johnson is in for a strike. Big breaking ball drops across, strike 2. I mean that thing sweeping. Dennis is looking sharp so far tonight. See if he can keep it up. And 0-2 is inside. Brandt gets in front of it, but nobody on base. Walk down the path. Pick that one up. It's going to be 1-2 to Johnson. That 1-2 is peeled off to the right. We'll do that again.
And the race is on for that one. $1 foul ball courtesy of the Michael Thorson Agency.
Just outside, 2-2. Two delivery is hot foul out of play.
Hurry up and get those $1 foul balls back in. The umpire's low, courtesy of Michael Thorson.
Another foul ball. Take over there for a look, but that one's going to get on the concrete concourse over towards concession.
Who's that one courtesy of? You guys know. That's Michael Thorson.
Hey, Bruce. Next time, if he's low, just say he's short on balls.
Oh, doesn't quite come down into the zone. He's just a little bit high, and that's a full count. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Back to the top of the other center fielder, number 24, Brian Giebel.
I know what. Okay. Yes. So that's going to turn over the lineup to Brian Giebel. And I didn't see what happened. One pitch flew out to left field. Thank you very much. Sorry, I looked down for it and just got out of that inning. Good 1-2-3 inning for Reinhardt. Is stretch time here at Veterans Park. Hawks leading it 5-4. All right, back to bottom of seventh. Kellen Erasmus and Johnny Teglin. Nick Bryant's going to take on the new pitcher, Austin Purdy, for the Fish. Bacon went through 2 innings there, gave up 2 runs, I believe. Or actually just gave up the sac fly, right? So 1 run given up. First pitch from 3-2, Kellen Rasmussen is going to be demo ball 1. Hey, thanks everybody that's bearing with us here as we're experimenting with our new format on YouTube. It's down and away, 2-0. Hunter Pig once again donating his time, coming out here to try to get us going with this stream. So hopefully looking good. You guys can pick up what's going on a little bit as that's 3-0 down low. Going to work on we got the score and the inning for you. Maybe if this goes really well, we'll figure out a way to do balls and strikes for you on the broadcast as well. But like I say, we're just getting going. So let's start out by crawling before we run as Rest takes a 4-pitch walk. The new pitcher, Curdy, to lead things up. Here brings up Johnny Teglin, who was walked, bounced out, and crushed a dinger to left field back in the first inning. I mean, that was well struck and like a line drive homer out of here. Unfortunate we couldn't get that one on tape. It was before we got our feet going. He takes ball 1 outside. Second home run of the year for Fox. I believe that is the first that is hit over the fence is Jack Selesky hit an inside the park dinger against the Rochester Roadrunners 5 years ago. Takes that one inside to he takes that one inside for ball 2. Catcher looks down for space, but Russ gets back. And that time he does put the snap throw down as ball 7 row outside the zone to start this outing for Austin Curry. See if Bruce jinxed us again. Of course he did. Strike 1, 3-1. As soon as Bruce started with the Nick Oddman always keeping things lively up here in the press box. We appreciate it as always. The 3-1 pitch. That's down low. That's down low. And that is ball 1/4 as Johnny Teglin will head down to first base. As you can tell, it's all business up here in the Hawks press box at all time. No shenanigans or daring do or foolishness happening up here in the booth. So 2 on here for the catcher, Nick Brent, who has walked 3 times, I believe. Is that right, Bruce? He's called 3 times? He has walked 3 times, so showing some good patience at the plate, clearly. And with, I was going to say with 2 batters walked here, he might watch it or 2, but that was a fastball right on the outside corner for strike 1. Good looking pitch, maybe the best Purdy so far. And that one's high and away, 1-1. Up high, 2-1. Top of the 7th, Hawks lead 5-4 and have something going here. 2 on, nobody out against this new pitcher. That one's going to skip to the backstop. Both runners are going to move it up 1. It's going to be 3-1 to Brandt. So wild pitch in the dirt. So Curdy having some struggles here. Having trouble getting the ball over the plate. 14 pitches for 3 strikes, I think. And there's another one right on the inside corner. Brand 3-2. So full count. Fisher now pulled in down one here in the late innings. And that one is slapped right at the shortstop. He bobbles it, but throw over to first base is not handled cleanly by the first baseman. The runners had to stay put because the shortstop was pulled in and the ball was hit right to him sharply. But the throw was low, cannot be scooped up by the first baseman. Brandt will read on the error, and they're going to be loaded up now for Dylan Larson. So that's going to bring up Dylan Larson now with the bases loaded and nobody out. And the Hawks with a real chance to do some damage here and put this one a little bit of a higher shelf. They were kind of cruising all game long. Gavin on with an outstanding start until that weird sixth inning. We had a couple of errors, a couple of infield hits, just kind of a weird couple of weird plays, and all of a sudden the Fish evened it at 4. Hawk pushed one across in the bottom of the sixth inning. So Rodman would still be eligible for the win here if the Hawks can hold on. And Dylan Larson up with a real chance to maybe come close to doing that. Of course, he did come up with bases loaded and one last time, did bounce into a double play. So he can redeem himself here. And that one is going to get back to the backstop. And one run is going to score. And the Hawks do get that first run home without having to even swing the bat. Curdy does continue to struggle here finding the plate. Kellen Rasmussen, the first man to walk this inning, is going to come home and score the 6th run for the Hawks. Corner still in, and it's flared out to short center field. That's going to be trouble, and that's going to drop. Runners did have to hold for a split second, so that's going to be enough to keep 2 runs from score. But Johnny Teglin will come across late for the 7th run of the game for the Hawks. RBI single for Dylan Larson, his second of the game, redeems himself for that inning-ending double play back in the 5th inning, keeps it moving along. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Brathel to be Evan Kryn, big number 20. Going to get an EB here. At the mound out for Fish. Hold in there. You see Jason Greeter down chatting up the runner over at first, Larson. We give him some pointers on how to deal with the Hawks clubhouse, perhaps. He's a guy that would know a thing too about that. And actually, we're just going to get a full. We're going to get a full on the pitching change. It's tonight's conference. We're going to get number 11 coming into the game. So only no outs recorded. 4 bats faced by Kurtz does not record an out. He has already given up 2 runs and potentially could be on the hook for more. Walk, error single for the Hawks off of Curry, and the new pitcher is going to be Mueller. Caden Mueller, third baseman, is going to move in. So after the pitching change, Kryn will appear to make his pinch hitting appearance. He will take over. I assume he'll just take over for Brathel in the DH spot for the rest of the game. Brathel is the DH tonight. He finishes up. See if they walk, a fly out, and I didn't write down what I didn't see what he did in the fourth. That's my mistake. Sorry, I was kind of moving around. Reached on an air. What did he do in the fourth, Bruce? Brathel, or you probably don't have that anymore. Doesn't really make that much difference as Kryn takes strike one. Sorry, we're moving around the press box. A lot of things tonight, so that was a walk there. Okay, thank you, Bruce. And there's a good breaking pitch over the inside corner for a strike. 1-2, 0-2. Runner goes, strike three called. Oh, strike three called. The Hawks tried the double steal, and did they? And they backpicked the runner at third base is what they did. So that's going to be a double play because the Hawks tried. So now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Charlie Rudd is going to hit for Jason Reeder and takes a strike. So good play by Fish there. The Hawks were trying the double steal. They Fish did not bite. Went like fake on the second and went for the back pick at third base. Managed to get the guy leading too soon, and there are two away. Fish did not base. I wasn't even trying to put it together. And there's a good breaking pitch, 1-2. Rudd, I believe, number 24. Rudd. I was gonna say I must say something about Rudd's game. This is his first out of the evening, but I did pass him as he takes strike three, and we'll get to that next inning. He takes a strike looking on the outside corner. So the Hawks do put up two, but nice play by the Fish to mitigate the damage a little bit. We are through seven complete, 7-4 Hawks. We'll be right back. Hey, we are back for the eighth. That's Reinhardt 2-3-4. We're going to look at this inning. Really nice inning last inning. Looked pretty sharp. We'll see what he can do against the middle of the Hawks or of the Fish lineup, starting with Patco. Good first pitch. Sweeping across the outside corner. Strike one. Breaking ball misses out and low. 1-1. Big 12-6er drops right in at the knees. 1-2. And that's another big sweeper hit well out center field, but Drossel is back. He's got to look at it, and he puts away for out number one. Back to that big 12-6 again, and Patco took a poke at it, but got underneath it enough for Drossel to track it down, one away. So here comes a Lucas Ludke. Dennis right out firing that first pitch inside for ball one. He's feeling pretty good tonight. He's just up there getting that ball. He's delivering it. That's right across the outside corner, 1-1. Big break bonuses outside, 2-1. Nice pitch at the knees, 2-2. Is chopped out to second. New second baseman, Rudd. Is it Rudd, Bruce? Rudd. Charlie Rudd has it. Throws over to first for the second out. One thing I was going to say when he was at bat, I saw Rudd walking past when I was downstairs, and I will say one thing about his game. His mustache game is top drawer. It is. He has got a top-notch stash going out there. It is number 24. Now, I like to say Haggerty is the legend of the CCVL, the longtime Cannon Falls Bears outfielder. But man, Charlie is making him a run for his money because that stash that Charlie's got going is fire. I got to tell you. So Chase McQuaid is the next batter. Take 0-1. Dennis working ahead. 0-2. Breaking ball just inside, maybe a touch low. 1-2. That one is past diving Kellen Rasmussen at third base into left field for a base hit. So two out base runner for a fish here in the top. That's going to bring up Caden Mueller, who is now started at third base and now is on the hill for it. And Dennis is going to ask for a new baseball and be given it by the umpire. First batter to reach against Ryan after 5 straight outs. He can shut it down and get out the inning. A good start as he puts that first pitch to Mueller on the outside, strike one. And that one is popped up into shallow right field. And I believe that's still Kimmis out there. Or is that Jack or is that Kimmis? That is actually Jack out in right field who is going to. That is Corey in right field now. So Corey Walter is going to put that away for number 3. Thank you, Bruce. And the Hawks are out of the top of the 8th inning. 7.5 in the books. Hawks leading at 7-4. We'll be right back. And that pitch to Drossel is on the inside corner, 1-1. I'm sorry if I was muted there. We have one down here in the bottom of the eighth inning as Walter attempted a ball still, but couldn't get it pushed out far enough. And now it's 2-1 to Drossel. Drossel 0 for 3, a sac fly in the sixth inning, which at this point is the go-ahead run as he follows that straight back to the screen. After the Hawks gave up 4 in the top of the sixth to briefly even the game. That sac fly, the Hawks back in front, where they remain after padding on more last inning. Here's a chopper down towards first base. Throw over to the pitcher, cover 2 away. So that's going to bring up Jack Selesky 1 for 4 with double. And 3 pop outs tonight. So straighten another one out. Get the Hawks a 2-out hit here. Down away, 1-0. Hey, once again, thanks for anybody that's listening to this experiment. We apologize for technical difficulties. We know the sound quality is not what we're hoping for. We hope that we can make some adjustments to improve that as the season goes along. This is a first pass, remember. So, hey, we appreciate it if you're tuning in here. We kind of want to keep bringing you Hawks baseball in the best way that we possibly can. 1-1 pitch to Jack is up high, 2-1. Of course, Selesky coming off his Tommy John surgery, going to be eligible to pitch a bit again this summer. Pitch 2 good innings in relief again in that Colorado game. Takes this straight knees here, 2-2. And swinging and a strike 3. So Selesky was down on strikes. The Hawks down in order in the bottom of the eighth. 3 more outs to get a dub against a fish, and we will. Looks like we're going to have a fresh pitcher on the mound. That is going to be Bennett Brathel is going to take the hill and try to get the last 3 outs and close this one down. Okay, so Brathel back into the spot for Evan Crin. Hawks will lose their DH. Re-entry Bennett Brathel. Try to nail this one down. Give the Hawks their 3rd straight win. Two really good innings for Dennis Reinhardt there in relief. Only 1 base runner. This type of veteran arm you love to have available in the bullpen. We're going to have all kinds of competition on the hill this year. Hawks. We're thinking there's going to be a lot more depth on now than we've seen in quite some time. So, hey man, good outing by Dennis there, staking out his claim that I'm still here. I can give you some things out of the bullpen as well. So it's going to be Curdy Metcalf and Baker gonna face off against Brathel. First pitch, rude fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. It looked pretty nasty that first pitch. Strike two, swing and a miss. It looked like definitely a change of pace from Dennis. Brathel in here throwing pretty hard those first two pitches. 0-2 delivery. And strike three called inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. One away. So that's going to bring up Metcalf, the first baseman. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. And down and away, really good block, really good snag by Brett behind plate to kind of catch that one in the left-handed batter's box. Oh, is right down at the knees, 2-1. Two and one is away, 3-1. And that is high ball four. So Metcalf will draw a 5-pitch walk and get aboard for, I believe it is Baker that is due up, 8 and 9 batters. I believe it's 27 actually that is up now, or maybe a pinch hitter. First pitch is down and away, so we're going to have a pinch hitter, Zimmerman. And there's a strike across, 1-1. One pitch is on the over the outside corner, 1-2. Breaking pitch, strike three, called, 2 away. So bring up the 9-hitter Ben Johnson as the last chance for the Fish this evening. First pitch of Johnson is across the knees, strike one. And I agreed with the words of Nick Odman. This kid does throw hard as bleep. There is no question about it. As that one's down low, 1-1. Definitely, this guy's got some smoke. There's no question about it. Change of pace from like especially coming from Dennis to this for sure. 1-1 just misses outside, 2-1. Big cut miss, 2-2. Thought he's just gonna try to get ahead, try to get the number 9. Thought he was gonna sit back and try to get it up 3-1, but Brath will challenge him, took a cut at it, 2-2, and just outside, 3-2. So payoff pitch, runner will go. And tie ball 4. So 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. It's that will bring up the tying run in the leadoff hitter Brian Giebel. Giebel round out, fly out, walk, and single for 1 for 3. Long time fish, dangerous hitter, so tough to lose a couple of the lower batters in the order. Ball 1 now to Giebel. Get to the top of the fish order, see if Brad can recover and get this last out. Nailed one down. You know what they say, the 27th is always the toughest to get, right? 1-1 is going to go over to the backstop, and both runners will advance. It's 2-0 now. Runners on second, third, and now yeah, we are going to have a little conversation on the mound. That he's going to come out and try to calm down Brathel and say, hey, we got a 3-run lead here. Just throw strikes. Let's trust the guys behind you and let's get out of here. Okay, conference is over. It's 2-0 to Giebel, and runners on second and third. Hawks leading by 3, trying to get the last out and put this one in the books. And there's a big cut and a miss. It's actually cut in a foul tip. Looks like Giebel got a piece of. He was trying to tie this ball game. He was almost swinging from swinging about as hard as he could there. 2-1. Just inside 3. 3-1 delivery. Big cut and a miss. Full count. So Giebel is, when he's taking a cut, he's not getting cheated. He is swinging. He is swinging all of the way. Payoff pitch here. And that is just a little chopper back to the mound. Throw over to first base, and that will do it. The Hawks win, get their first victory over River Falls that I've ever seen. Beat the multiple-time, I believe 3-time repeating Wisconsin state champions 7-4. So let's pick up their third in a row, go to 3-1 on the season. Win goes to Gavin Hudman, save to Brethel. Big 2-run home run in the first inning for Johnny Teglin to get things going for the Hawks, and they kind of rolled along. Really, the only blip on this game was that weird 4-run inning, a couple of mistakes in the field, and that really impressive for Oddman. Reinhardt looked good, 2 innings relief. Rathel definitely has some stuff. Got to find a little bit more control and keep those free passes down. But other than that, nothing much to complain about from Vet Park tonight. That's going to be from here. Hey, thanks for everybody that tuned in to this experiment that we're doing on YouTube. I know the sound wasn't what we're hoping for, but we are going to keep working on that. We've got the best in the business. Hunter Pinky's going to help us out, help us along. And we will see you on Friday night. Hopefully we'll have this going. I don't know if it's to be Derek up here, if I'm going to be up here, but we will figure it out. And we will see you, we hope at the park on Friday night. If not, we hope to have this going as well. So, hey, good night from Vetch Park. I'm Johnny Stocker. Thanks again to Hunter Pinky and everybody else, and everybody that helped out try to get this going. And we will see you on Friday night. Have a good one.